Stop. Don't go anywhere. I know my eyes look weird right now, but I promise there is an explanation for that. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is actually another requested video, and it is about how to do makeup with eyes that are uneven. So before I start, I really want to say that as you can see in these pictures, a lot of beautiful women have uneven eyes, and it absolutely does not take away from their beauty. So if you are someone who is insecure about their uneven eyes, then don't be, because we all have asymmetry on our face, and that's completely normal. Also, as you can see here, that no two uneven eyes are the same. There's some uneven eyes where the whites of the eye are uneven but the eyelids are the same. There's some uneven eyes where the eyelids are different only, and then there is a combination of both. So this is a very basic video. The technique greatly varies person to person. So for this look, this eye is going to be the big eye and this eye is going to be the small eye. Now I know my eyes look really weird right now, but that's because my eye shape, both my eyes, they're relatively even, like they're equal in size. But if I had uneven eyes and this eye was bigger, then you can see this eye looks smaller because of the technique that I've used. And if this eye was smaller, then this eye is looking a little bit bigger because of the technique that I used. So if I had a bigger eye on this side and a smaller eye on this side, this technique would balance this out. So when it comes to uneven eyes, there are generally two types of categories in which uneven eyes fall. The first one is where only the lid space is uneven, and the second one is where the lid space as well as the whites of the eye are also uneven. So I'm going to teach you how to correct both of these things. So what you are going to want to do in order to correct that unevenness of the height of the whites of your eye, you are going to apply on the smaller eye a white or a nude eyeliner on the lower waterline. You're going to apply that there. And then on the eye that has more white visible, you're going to want to apply an eye pencil that is not necessarily black, but it is the same color that you apply on your lower eyelid. What do I mean by that? Like, for example, I have applied black here, and that is because the eyeshadow underneath it on my lower eyelid that I've applied is also black. So that is what you want to keep in mind. If I was applying an orange on my lower eyelid, I would apply an orange eye pencil on my waterline of the side that is bigger. So once again, just quickly recapping it because I feel like I completely butchered the explanation. You're going to apply a nude or a white eye pencil on the side that has, on the eye that has the smaller white. And then on the eye that has the bigger white, you're going to apply an eye pencil that is the same color as the eyeshadow that you're applying on the lower eyelid. So that is how you would correct an unevenness of the white parts of your eye. So now to correct the unevenness of the lid space, you have to basically remember that smoky eyes and cut creases are your best friends. It's because they really help you manipulate the shape. Dark colors, generally speaking, really help you change the shape of your face, your nose, your eyes, whatever. So with both of these eye looks, whether it's a smoky eye or it's a cut crease, the goal is to take the crease of the smaller eye higher. And you're going to do that by taking the transition shade, the darker shade, and the cut crease higher than your actual crease on the small eye. And on the, sorry about that, you guys. And then on the big eye, you're going to cut your crease exactly where your crease is. You're going to apply the transition shade on the crease, and then you're going to take the darker shade on the crease as well. So this eye, the big eye, you're going to do it how you would normally do your eye makeup. And then on this eye, you are basically going to take your crease and create an illusion of a higher crease on the small eye. Now let me just clear up something. A lot of people think that a cut crease or a smoky eye has to be super dramatic, but that is not always the case. Using a variety of colors and textures, you can actually create the perfect smoky eye or cut crease for any event or any occasion, whether it's formal or it's more everyday kind of like a situation. Okay, so that's enough blabbering. Now we're gonna get started. So we're going to start off with some celebrity examples first, and then we're going to move on to the demo that I have filmed for you guys. So here you can see we have Drew Barrymore, beautiful, absolutely, and she has uneven eyes. So as you can see that using the dark black color, we have actually lifted the smaller eye. We have made the smaller eye look as if it has more lid space. And what we have basically done is that we have used the transition shade and the darker black shade to recreate the shape of the bigger eye on the small eye. So however the bigger eye, the shape of the bigger eye is, we're gonna make that exact same shape with the darker color, black. And before that, we're gonna diffuse out, any harshness with the transition shade. So for her lower eyelids, they were pretty even, so I didn't really do much there. But I just want to add something, and that is that the darker the black, the more opaque the black you use, the better and more realistic the result is going to look, because dark color will help define it better. And here we've done the same exact thing with the cut crease. We've on the bigger eye done the cut crease where the crease actually is on the bigger eye, and then on the smaller eye what we've done is we have recreated the shape of the bigger eye, taking the cut crease higher than it normally is for that eye. So as you can see, like I said, the darker the color is going to be, the more realistic it's going to look. So with this particular cut crease, it's going to look good from afar, but when you come close up, you will see that there is makeup on. Whereas with the dark black color, it might not appear to be makeup at all, even from up close. So in this case, I would definitely prefer a smoky eye over a cut crease. So next up we have Shailene Woodley. I still don't know if that's how you pronounce her name, but anyways, so as you can see with Shailene's eye, it's not just about one eye being smaller and the other being bigger, it's also about one eye being placed higher than the other eye. So as you can see, the right eye is placed a little bit higher. So in order to correct that, what we're going to want to do is we're basically going to work on the lower eyelids. So on the right lower eyelid, you can see that I've placed the black color a little bit thicker, and on the left lower eyelid, I've placed the color a little bit thinner. But if you look closely, both of the black on the lower eyelids, they're ending at the same place. They're stopping at the same place. So even though on the right lower eyelid, the black is a little bit thicker, overall, the brain would not comprehend that, and at the end, basically the result would be that both the eyes would look like they're ending at the same kind of like level. So that's how you kind of like try to level it out. Obviously, it's not surgery, and to be honest, she doesn't even need surgery. She looks beautiful, but like I said, it's not surgery, so it's not going to completely even it out, but it will definitely reduce the appearance of a difference. Also, because the right eye is, like I said, a little bit higher placed, the crease of the upper eyelid of the right eye is a little bit higher than that of the left. So I'm going to take the black a little bit higher than the crease on the left, just so everything looks nice and balanced. And as you can see, the end result looks really, really good. So next, I'm going to show you what it would look like with a cut crease. To be honest, I wouldn't go with a cut crease in this situation, but if I had to, this is what it would look like. So you can see, even with a cut crease, it looks really, really nice and balanced. So yeah. So next is this random image from the internet, and as you can see that here the left upper eyelid is a little bit bigger and has more lid space than the right upper eyelid. So in order to correct that, I'm basically going to just take the darker black shade a little bit higher than the crease on the right eye, and that's going to make it look like that the crease is a little bit higher, and then the amount of the lid space is the same as that on the left eye. Another thing with these eyes is that the right eye is a little bit longer, and the left eye is a little bit rounder. So in order to correct that, what I'm going to do is on the right eye, on the lower eyelid as well as the outer corners of the eye, I'm going to leave a little bit of the flesh or the skin just after the white parts of the eye bare. I'm not going to apply eyeshadow there, and that is basically going to create a little bit more of a lightness around that area, and overall it's going to appear like there is a rounded shape to the right eye. So basically what I'm doing is the part right after the whites of the eye, the skin right after the whites of the eye, I'm going to not apply the black shadow a little bit on there, and it's going to give it a little bit of a rounded effect to the right eye. And then with the cut crease situation, you can see that the lower eyelids, on the lower eyelids, I've done the same exact thing. And then on the upper eyelids, the right eye, what I've done is I've taken the transition shade, the darker shade, and the actual cut crease a little bit higher than the actual crease of the eye, and in a similar shape to that of the left eye. And then on the left eye, which is the bigger eye in this situation, I've made the cut crease exactly where the crease actually is. So for this video, the left eye is going to be the big eye and the right eye is going to be the small eye. Now because the left eye is the big eye, we're going to apply the transition shade and the dark colors exactly on the crease of the eye. And that is because this is the shape. The shape of the big eye is the shape that we want to copy or replicate on the smaller eye. So here you can see that I'm just applying the transition shade exactly where the crease is. Moving on to the small eye, we are going to see where the crease of the big eye is, and then we're going to apply the transition shade at the same kind of like place or height and in the same shape. Now obviously because the big eye is bigger, the crease of the big eye is also going to be higher, which is why on the small eye, the transition shade and the crease color is naturally going to be higher than the actual crease of the small eye. So now moving on to the darker shades, as you can see here on the big eye, I'm going to apply all the dark shades exactly on the crease and also in the shape of the crease. And on the small eye, once again, I'm going to create the shape of the big eye, copy the shape of the big eye on the small eye, and I'm going to apply the darker color where I want the crease to appear to be. So, which is going to be at the same height as the crease of the big eye. So that's basically all that I'm doing here. Now I'm going to take the dark black color and I'm going to apply it exactly on the crease and in the shape of the crease as well, and then I'm basically going to fill all of it in. Now like I said, smoky eyes are going to be your best friends, but cut creases work really well too. So you just have to remember that on the big eye, you want to follow the actual shape of your crease and you want to apply the darkest color on your crease. You don't want to take the dark color any bit above your crease. And then on the small eye, you basically want to take your black color not necessarily above the crease. We don't really want to take it above the crease, but we just want to take it at the level of the big eye. So wherever the dark color or the crease of the big eye is, you want to apply your dark color at the same height there on the small eye, and you want to copy the shape as well. And as you can see, this is what it looks like. And it looks uneven right now because I don't have uneven eyelids, but if I did, it would kind of like look balanced out. And here I'm just taking the dark pink shade and then just diffusing a little bit the colors. So here you can see that the small eye looks bigger and then the big eye looks smaller. Now we're going to move on to the lower eyelids. So for the big eye with the lower eyelid, if the whites of the eye are like the same, then you don't need to worry about anything. Just do them the same way. But in this scenario, I was pretending like on the big eye, the white parts of the eye were also bigger or larger or more visible, and on the small eye, the whites of the eye were not so much visible. So in order to correct that, the first thing that I did was I basically applied the black color on the lower eyelid. And then taking an eye pencil that is the same exact color as the eyeshadow on the lower eyelid, I'm going to apply it on the waterline of the big eye. And I'm doing this so that the white of the eye looks less visible. So once again, you don't have to apply black always. You just have to apply an eye pencil on the waterline that is the same color as that of the eyeshadow on the lower eyelid. And then on the small eye, you can either leave it blank like this. You can apply a nude color on the waterline, or you can apply a white color on the waterline as well. Depends on what you want. Even though honestly it wouldn't really make that much of a difference now that I have looked at pictures of celebrities and seen the different type of uneven eyes. This will not always work, but in some cases this will definitely work. So moving on to cut creases. For cut creases on the big eye, you're going to cut the crease at the same exact place where your actual crease is. So you're not going to take it above your crease, and you're not going to draw another shape. You're going to do it exactly where your crease is. And then on the small eye, what you're going to want to do is you're going to replicate the shape and the height of the cut crease of the big eye on the small eye. So you're gonna take it a little bit higher than your actual crease, and you're going to cut the crease at the same kind of like height and in the same shape as that on the big eye. And then here you can see I'm just taking a little bit of the black and applying it just above where the crease is cut, because that helps give it a little bit more definition and shape. So yeah, this is what the final look basically looks like. And as you can see, it looks weird on me, but if you have uneven eyes, it's going to look like your eyes are going to look even, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Alright guys, that was it for this video. I really hope that this video was helpful. If it was not helpful, definitely do let me know what points did you not agree with and what points do you think can be done better, and I will definitely refilm this again and include those points, because like I said, I don't have uneven eyes. But if you do and you have something that works, make a video on it. But most importantly, even more importantly, let me know in the comments below what I did wrong, because this I genuinely believe will work. I do genuinely believe that this will work, but if you feel like it was wrong, definitely do let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye. Oh, and if you are not subscribed, make sure that you do subscribe to my channel for more videos, and that you do ring the notification bell so that you are notified each time I upload. Alright, bye bye.